Welcome to the Project Core Professional Development modules. This module, Universal Core Vocabulary, discusses what core vocabulary is, the value of teaching core in everyday environments, and how to get started. Project Core is being conducted by the Center for Literacy and Disability Studies, a unit in the Allied Health Sciences Department at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Core vocabulary are the words we all use every day. Core vocabulary is supported by years of research. Study after study shows that about 85% of what speaking individuals say every day could be expressed with approximately 250 to 350 words. This includes core words like finished, turn, open, good, go, look, different, like, put, want, get, and stop. For our students with significant cognitive disabilities who do not currently have a symbolic means of communication, this is excellent news. We can get them started with a small set of powerful words. Core vocabulary provides an important foundation for communication. You've likely used all of the words pictured here several times already today with a variety of different people to talk about a range of topics. Core words are flexible, and the same word can be used in a variety of different ways. Take, for example, the word turn. It can be used to say things like, I want to turn, or turn your head. Turn on the lights. Turn the page. Turn up the music. Give the wheel a turn. Or to predict that the ice will turn into water during a science lesson. The list goes on of the many ways this powerful core word, turn, can be used. The Universal Core Vocabulary is a list of core words, like the word turn, that have been prioritized based on their usefulness in the classroom and academic contexts. This set of universal core words are intended to serve as a foundational Tier 1 vocabulary for all students. Listed here alphabetically, this small group of 36 words were selected because they apply across so many different teaching situations. These are words that teachers can demonstrate and students can use across their entire day, not just in one activity or setting. The universal core vocabulary are represented by symbols to support access and use by beginning communicators. For example, the universal core vocabulary are shown here with picture communication symbols by Mayor Johnson in a layout with all 36 on one page. The use of core vocabulary differs from the use of more concrete vocabulary that is linked to a specific topic or activity. While students often demonstrate success matching spoken words to specific symbols representing things like animals, photographs, and graphic symbols, representing specific nouns are often of limited value for communicating about other topics and for different purposes. Also, for far too many years, we believed that students had to understand more concrete representations using real objects or photographs, like this picture of a cat, before we taught them other types of graphic symbols, like the colored line drawing or written words. What we now understand is that this idea of a symbol hierarchy is not supported by research. Instead, the research suggests that students learn to use the symbols that they are taught. Therefore, in Project Core, we begin with abstract symbols and maximize opportunities for teaching and learning. We recognize that core vocabulary words and the symbols that represent them are conceptual and abstract. The fact that these words are not concrete with single meanings is what allows for their flexible use. While the symbol of a green arrow to represent the conceptual word go is abstract, the opportunities to teach this word and symbol in meaningful contexts throughout the day are nearly endless. Consider the number of times you and your student go during a typical school day. Consider the number of activities that involve making something go. Consider how often characters in books go somewhere. All of these interactions provide opportunities to teach the word and symbol for go in useful contexts. Core words are not limited to a single lesson or activity. They generalize across all lessons and activities. For example, compare the pronoun it, which is a core word, to the name of a specific thing, such as earth, which is a content-specific word that has little use outside of discussions about our planet. Think about how often each word could be used throughout a typical day. While earth might be something discussed during a science unit or after reading a particular book, earth is not likely to be used in many other activities. In contrast, the word it is used frequently across contexts. A student could use it to refer to the earth as well as other nouns in different lessons and activities. Or consider the use of the word she to refer to important characters in books, as an alternative to teaching students to identify symbols that represent specific characters. In Project Core, the suggested focus is on core words that allow students to communicate about the characters using combinations of core words such as she can, she help, she good, or she do, and even more complex constructions such as she do good. Interactions with students can go far beyond symbol identification tasks that usually start with teacher requests to show me or point to. These identification tasks provide little insight into what students know or want to communicate about a topic. In contrast, core words have the potential to allow students to initiate and respond in novel ways. For students who are at the beginning stages of learning to communicate and have limited number of words and symbols in their expressive vocabulary, selecting what words to focus on during a lesson should be driven by how useful the words are for communication beyond the lesson, not by how quickly the student can learn and use the word in a particular lesson. Core words are a good choice because they are useful for all communication purposes, including obtaining things and activities that are desired, refusing things that are not, interacting with others socially, and seeking and sharing information. Core words are a good choice because they generalize across all academic and daily routines. Core words are a good choice because they can be used to talk about infinite topics and activities. Core words are a good choice because they provide many opportunities for educators and all classroom staff to teach communication all day, every day. Project Core is focused on the classroom, teachers, and other classroom staff. These are the adults who interact with students most frequently during a school day, and they are the adults who are responsible for delivering Tier 1 instruction in the classroom. Communication instruction using the Universal Core Vocabulary supports this Tier 1 universal instruction because the words are very useful for all students with significant cognitive disabilities who have limited communication. It offers a classroom-based approach for supporting communication learning and use throughout the school day.